Hey, welcome to another Valley Forged. Today I'm talking about the ACMER P2. I have the 20 watt version, which is wonderful. This literally, ACMER has done a fantastic job. I'm going to say that right off the bat. I have looked at a lot of lasers, a lot, and it is obvious that ACMER actually cared about what they were doing. And this is, going into 2024 now. I'm going to work with less companies because I really want to prop up the companies that are doing a really good job. And for the most part, ACMER has knocked this out of the park. And I'm going to go from the beginning to the end. Now, there's a couple of not quite deal breakers, but things that for me, I really hope that they improve in the future. But as of right now, this is a production quality machine, and it has a lot of the things that other laser companies just, they can do, they just don't. So let's go over it. First of all, great laser. I've really enjoyed using it. It cuts way above its weight. I had seen this on other channels. They're all, yeah, it's got the power of a 30 watt with a 20 watt or a 40 watt with a 30 watt or whatever, You hear these things, I do believe it, but then when you see it for yourself, you're like, wow, this definitely, I don't know what they're doing, but they're doing something right. And I kind of believe it has something to do with the way that the air is running through it, because there was such a huge difference between when I ran air and when I didn't. Now, there's always a difference, but the amount of difference was so much higher. So first of all, though, I'm going to say the packaging, the best packaging I have ever seen with any laser. This is like Apple quality, of course it's dark, not light, but it's Apple quality type of packaging. Just everything is done well. The box itself, is all graphics, and the manual is nice and thick, which, of course I threw to the side, which was to my detriment. And I will get into that in a little bit. You should use the manual when you're setting up light burn. This is one of the few lasers where you should actually pay attention. I didn't, and it kind of caused a little, what I thought was something was broken. Now, in most lasers, you could just do it. I've done so many, but little difference. So easy setup. So once you get the packaging out, which is, again, fantastic, then you're taking a look at the just the ease of setup. I mean, it's done. Basically, you pull it out of the box, basically put the air and the module on there, and you're basically ready to go. There's just so few things you need to do. And if you're somebody who does not want to put this together, and actually when you don't have to put it together, there's far less things to go wrong, because I almost always put things together wrong first time, because, well, maybe I'm just not that bright. So I am glad that the laser companies are, making it very easy. And that wasn't even an issue. It was just completely done. Easy. So, super fast setup. Linear bearings. I mean, on both axes, which you can tell when you run the machine. It's just so precise, just like you would expect from a very expensive laser. So that is really nice right out of the box. Again, all the companies could do this, but, for whatever reason, a lot of them don't. The little kickstand, for doing your focus, it's the best one I've seen. It just flips down right in the middle. So, a lot of times they'll put them in this spot where it isn't very close to where the actual focus is going to be. And, it causes problems. So you want to have one that's separate, but then you're going to lose it. So this way, it really works. I have yet to have to do anything. It flips up and down. It feels quality. Wonderful. And the little twirly thing that, that holds the module on, that thing is made of something that feels good and it feels quality, unlike pretty much every laser has these little twisty things that, I just don't really like it. I mean, it just makes so much more sense the way they did it. Again, there are so many things about this laser that are just better than everybody else, period. It does have keys, but you can take them out. I just turn it on, take the keys out, done. So it doesn't have to stay in there. Another thing that they've done better than a lot of people. The cable management, again, they thought of this. Like there is no cable management. You don't even notice the cables. It's just perfect. And they come off of the side to the air and you just don't even notice they exist and they work. Again, it's something if you're doing production, it's not going to get in your way. And I want to get to the next thing, the auto air. There's so many, anybody who watches this channel knows I don't go through that many really great things. And so the fact that there's so many things for me to go over to say how much I like them, I know it makes the video longer, but at the same time, I really feel like I need to bring up all of these things. The auto air, the fact that, that I didn't have to run the air hose. It's right there on the side. All you got to do is plug it in. And the actual power is on the bottom of the frame. And you just plug that in. Now, here's the part where you got to use the manual. Now, if you set it up in Lightburn, which I suspect everybody here is going to be using Lightburn, or you should, if you need to use their little SIM card, and they come with everything you need to do this, but you just put it into your computer, and when you look it up, instead of Find My Laser, you do the lookup part, and the manual tells you how to do it exactly. I did not read the manual. Beautiful manual. I just threw it to the side because, hey, I know everything. And the air wouldn't come on. And I was getting ready. I was hitting up the company like, hey, the air's not working. And then I noticed when I turned the machine on, the air came on. But then when I turned it on in Lightburn, nothing happened. So then I started thinking, well, maybe I should look at the manual. And all I had to do was do it the way the manual said, and it works perfectly. Probably would have had this review done a few weeks earlier. I actually went out and bought the ACMER Air because I wanted to go ahead and do the review. And I did do the tests, and we'll show you in a minute. There was no difference. Even though that one pushes more air, I didn't notice any difference in the way that it cuts. So this air actually, it may look kind of cheap, but it worked just as well as way more powerful air. So kudos on that one too. Everything very precise. It goes exactly the same spot every time. Very nice. This is again, a production quality diode laser. So let's get on to the testing. And here's some of the things that I made. I really enjoyed it. I had to make a couple of projects that are just kind of basic, but yet need to be precise. And then, I'm kind of a nerd, so I make my dice here. I really like these. Actually make them, and I made them in different kinds of wood just to see how they would cut out. They turned out good. What I noticed, because when I didn't have the air, I made them. And see, when you have to have air on all the time, hopefully I have a picture of this, there's smoke smudges all around it. Now, that was easy to get off. All I had to do was sand it. But I think it's better when you don't have this. This one is literally right out of the laser. So I turn the air off when it is doing the numbers, and then I turn it back on when I cut out the outside, and it's done. I wouldn't even have to sand this. All I would have to do is finish it. It's that freaking perfect. So I'm really, really impressed with this. This is production quality. I would sand it anyways. You don't even need to, seriously. This is mahogany, by the way. Cut through it like butter. And throw a couple coats on here, little felts on the back. You're done. And that's what I'm looking for. Ease of use, speed, I mean, I'm running the engraving at 12,000 millimeters per minute, and it's still, still getting a really deep engrave in there. So that's kind of what I'm looking for: production, speed. And as far as cutting goes, now I decided to use this, first of all, to use this really hard maple. And this is over 6 millimeter maple. And it gives lasers a lot of trouble. So I'll put up a picture of it. It's pretty thick. I mean, it's not ½ inch or anything, but because it's so solid and so heavy, it's got an MDF core. It's really thick. And lasers, again, they just have trouble with it. And this one was no different. 300 millimeters per minute at 100% power. You can see I got it cut all the way through on parts of the circle with the air on, but without the air, you can't. It's nothing. So you see how much more powerful it was with air. Marked it, took it down to 250 millimeters per minute. It almost cut it out. But without air, not even close. So then when I went down to 200, it cut it out very cleanly. In fact, here's the final product there. Great, very little charring, very clean on the front. As you can see, the ones that have the air here, very clean. And the ones that didn't cut out, not so good. Again, without air, enormous difference in the amount of cut that you get. So you got to be running air on your cuts, especially with this laser. Great job with that. So then I went ahead and I used some of this regular plywood. Now this is 6 millimeter plywood, but it's just much lighter. It's normal plywood. At 300 millimeters per minute at 100% power, it knocked it out every time, with air or without. So very, very, that's what I like to see. Standard plywood, I like to see at 300 millimeters per minute, 100% power. Now you can see without the air, it's very smoky. With the air, it is, but good job. So, after all the lasers that I reviewed, this pretty much does exactly that as far as cutting goes. It's a 25, 26 watt laser, I would say, it feels like. The thing is that's why I've always recommended 20 watt lasers, is because you could do most everything, 1/4 inch, 1/8 inch. You could do most everything. It may take you longer, but you can do it. If you want to go up to the 33 or the 40 watt, you can just do it a lot faster. But at 10 watt, you're going to struggle with a lot of those things. So that's why 20 watt, a lot of us, we feel like it's the sweet spot. But this one, you can add just, another 20% or so of speed compared to what you're going to get in a normal 20 watt. And that's nice. And you've got the precision, you've got everything. Okay, so I've given this thing glowing reviews. It's done everything that I asked of it. And it was super easy to set up. And other than my own ignorance of not reading one page of the manual, it wasn't like I had to go through 20 pages. All it has is one page of the manual that told me how to set it up light burn. I didn't read it. And so that was really it. But I do want to go over what I didn't like about this, and I hope they fix. And if you watch this channel, one of my pet peeves is the fan staying on all the time. Now, not only does this fan not turn off when it's not in use ever, like if it's not running for an hour, that fan is still going to be on. Not only that, it is one of the most annoying sounds. I'm going to try and put it up here, and I'll try to put it as close to the level of that it really is and the sound it really is as possible, so you can get an idea before you buy it. If you have it in a wooden enclosure, you're not even probably going to hear it too much. But if you're not using an enclosure outside, or you're using one of those little plastic enclosures, you're going to hear it. And after a while, it's probably going to get annoying. So either you're going to turn the machine off itself, or you're going to get used to it. So I'm sorry, ACMER, I got to give you, a D on that part. This laser is so close to being perfect. The other thing is this, on the module, you cannot take the cover off. Now, I really like the glass that they put. I mean, when you can see the laser with that little piece of glass, it's really nice. It's very clear, which a lot of them aren't. Say the older longers or whatever, it's difficult to see the actual laser firing. But with this one, it's very clear, but you can only see it from a certain angle. And, like the ACERs and the IKERs, they have the shield that goes all the way around that is removable. That is I wish just every laser company would just use that model because it works. It's great. And you could take it off if you want. You could leave it on. You could see everything that you're doing. I found it very hard to line up my projects sometimes. I did get used to it. Once you use a laser for a while, you kind of see where that laser is, and it's a lot easier. But at the same time, I want everybody to be aware, that this is something they certainly could have done better. I really wish they would have used a fan that didn't sound like a jet engine and it turned off while it wasn't being in use, because they've already done so many of the other things. Like, I can't believe some engineer's not like, hey, you know what? We probably... I mean, way back with the Ortour LaserMaster 3, they were doing that. So I don't need to go on a rant forever. I think you get it, but I'm just disappointed because this is like, I don't know, it's a perfect laser. They just did such a great job. And just those few things that I think are kind of, the fan thing I think is almost universally not a good idea. As far as the cover goes, I could see maybe some people think for safety reasons it's a better way to go. And so I could see, hey, maybe they do that on purpose. Again, this is what I would consider a production quality machine. They did put in the time, they did put in the effort, and I like to reward that by saying, great job. And I certainly would like to follow ACMER in the future. If they ever want to send me something, I'm ready to review it. Again, I would prefer if they fix those couple of things. They may not be things that even matter to you. And if you are looking for something to do a lot of work, I think this is going to hold up for you really well, especially for the price. I've got this up here right now. It says $649. Who knows what that price is going to be in the future? But I think it's a great price for what you're going to get for the P20. I'm going to give this thing a 4.5 out of 5 stars. I never do that sort of thing, but I got to be able to do something. I don't know what kind of grading method I should use. It's an A, right? It's not an A plus, but it's definitely a strong A. So I guess the only thing I don't know is how good their customer service is. Maybe anybody who owns one can let it on the bottom there. I know they do have a Facebook page, and I have seen lots of talk on there. So they do seem to allow some negative talk, which a lot of these companies don't allow anybody to say anything negative or I have a problem. So anyway, appreciate you, ACMER. Good job. And I will see you all in the next one. Love y'all.